Good evening, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for Wednesday, November 19, 2025. And in the news this evening, police seize firearm and ammunition after shooting incident on Mandela Highway. 2 firearms and ammunition were reportedly seized by the police following a shooting incident on the Nelson Mandela Highway in St. Catherine, which resulted in the death of 3 men on Wednesday. Reports are that about 11:45 a.m., police officers assigned to the Counterterrorism and Organized Crime Investigation Branch, acting on information regarding a black Honda Fit motor car said to be involved in several cases of robberies, spotted the vehicle along Mandela Highway and signaled the car to stop. The occupants reportedly did not comply. The police officers reportedly intercepted the vehicle and the occupants opened gunfire at the police. After the shooting subsided, 3 men were reportedly seen suffering from gunshot wounds. They were rushed to the Spanish Town Hospital where they were pronounced dead. A Taurus G2C 9mm pistol, a magazine containing 5 9mm cartridges and 1 9mm cartridge, along with 1 Beretta 9mm pistol fitted with a magazine containing 2 9mm cartridges and 1 9mm cartridge, were reportedly seized by the police. Residents in Parati, St. Elizabeth call for psychosocial support. Residents of Parati in St. Elizabeth are calling for immediate psychosocial support as they struggle to cope with the widespread destruction left behind by Category 5 storm Melissa. According to community members, the emotional toll of the disaster has been severe, with several residents displaying signs of distress, including talking to themselves and crying. Many say the trauma of losing homes, crops, and personal belongings has become overwhelming.
We need counseling because right now this man may pick up and at the time we start fishing. What do you have? I can't find it. Nothing I do. Right now I'm pressure for me. I didn't weak. I have one friend. She take off weight just too fast. She traumatized. Some people look out the space and talk to themselves. Even my mother. She don't see them over there that talk. People need urgent help.
Because if you notice, if you talk to persons and they're telling you what they have lost, you will see a lot of them started to cry because some don't know where or when to start.
TAJ clarifies the circulating video as Western tax offices remain closed after hurricane. Tax Administration Jamaica is distancing itself from a video circulating on social media that claims to be a public service announcement about the services at the Montego Bay Revenue Service Center. The agency says the video, dated Monday, November 17, 2025, is an older recording unrelated to current operations. In the wake of Hurricane Melissa, TAJ has reopened most of its offices across the island, but confirms that the Montego Bay office and the several Western satellite locations remain closed due to ongoing repair work. These include the Darlington, Falmouth, Jacksontown, Lucy, and the Savannah Lamar tax offices. During the temporary closures, taxpayers are being asked to conduct transactions at the St. Anne's Bay, Monique, and the Brownstown tax offices. TAJ is also reminding the public that multiple online payment channels remain active, such as its official website, direct funds transfer, Scotia Online, NCB Online Banking, and the TAJ mobile app. The authority apologizes for any inconvenience and urges Jamaicans to rely only on its verified communication platforms for reopening updates and service information. For further assistance, individuals may contact the Customer Care Center at 888 Tax Help, visit the TAJ website, or follow the agency on social media. JPS suspends disconnections and late fees up to December 15. Jamaica Public Service Company customers are to benefit from a relief program that will see the suspension of service disconnections and late payment fees up to December 15. The JPS says that the Customer Relief Program is part of efforts to support persons recovering from the effects of Hurricane Melissa. Under the program, the company will also facilitate payment arrangements for customers needing additional support. The temporary suspension of disconnections and the late payment fees will apply to all residential customers across the island. JPS Corporate Communications Director Winsome Callum says that the introduction of these measures is part of the company's commitment to stand with its customers during this difficult time.
This is a difficult time for everyone. What we're seeing around us is unprecedented. And as a company and as a country, we are coming together to support one another. JPS is supporting our customers in a number of ways, and we recognize that bill payment right now might be a challenge for persons, even those who were not directly affected. Many Jamaicans are still picking up the pieces, repairing homes, supporting family members, and dealing with unexpected expenses. So the pause on disconnections and late fees up to December 15 is one way of giving our customers that room that they need to breathe, even as we continue the hard work of rebuilding the electricity network. So their usage is for October primarily, and that will be reflected in the bills they receive. But we understand that even though they use electricity right now, might be a difficult time, a challenging time in terms of making payments. So we are here to work through them.
Labor Ministry to meet with Bahia Principal Management amid looming redundancies. The Ministry of Labor and Social Security has set a meeting for next Monday to discuss the concerns relating to planned redundancy exercise at the Bahia Principe hotels. The management of the hotels had indicated that its two St. Anne-based properties will be closed indefinitely following the passage of Hurricane Melissa, which would trigger a redundancy exercise. The Bustamante Industrial Trade Union raised the concern over the move by the management in light of the effects of the storm on the workers. The union wrote to the Labor Ministry seeking its intervention. The ministry says it wrote to the hotel's management inviting them and their representatives to a conciliatory meeting on Monday, November 24, to discuss the union's concerns and the way forward in accordance with the established industrial relations best practices. The ministry says it remains committed to facilitating constructive engagement between the stakeholders while exploring available options to mitigate any adverse employment impact. It further reaffirms its commitment to ensuring that the rights and welfare of affected workers are upheld as it continues to promote harmonious and fair labor relations. Man sent to anger management after hitting stepchild with a broom. A stepfather has been referred to counseling following allegations that he used a broom to injure his 10-year-old stepchild. The man appeared in the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court on Tuesday before Parish Court Judge Paula Blake Powell. Also in court was the mother of the young complainant, who shares the other children with the accused. The accusations are that the defendant hit the child with the implement, causing a wound that bled. The defense attempted to instruct the judge that the wound was minor. However, Blake Powell reminded the defense attorney that neither of them were medical doctors and instructed him to wait for the outstanding medical certificate to make that determination. The defendant was referred to the family court for counseling or anger management and conflict resolution. Thank you everyone for watching. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.